All right. Scorp, riding on that, serving on that, Scorpio, oh my gosh. You know what? It was actually, I had planned for the next reading to be Leo. But this is kind of one of the same. Okay. Anyway, if we were to go backwards, not starting at Aries, but starting at Pisces and reversing it, then Scorpio and Leo would switch places, and Leo would be the 8th house, and Scorpio would be the 5th house. I think. Yup. It's no wonder that the Strength card is number 8. We are all a reflection. Queen of Cups. As in the Moon. Ooh, and the Devil card. Which is an opposite, which is a reflection, which is a contrarian situation. Maybe you're dealing with some Cancers. Maybe you're dealing with some Capricorn energy. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who has, you know, that sort of like oppositional energy with something in Capricorn and then something in Cancer. And you know, the generation that has a lot of Capricorn energy, you know, it's like Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, I believe. No, it can't be. It might be. No. Uranus, Neptune, and something else. I forget. But yeah, you might be dealing with that energy. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio that I was called to do with this specific deck. And this deck is like not for like, you know, anybody under 18. So any of the images that seem like they're a little bit like not okay, I'm not gonna show them to you. I mean, I will, but like I'll kind of like be like, ooh, a little modesty there. Child, you know, these charcoals, you burn one charcoal for like 2 seconds of smoke. And then you just gotta keep adding stuff to it. So to me, it seems like the charcoals are like, what's the deal? I gotta keep going? The charcoal is a commitment. Once it's lit, honey, it's a commitment, right? So once you pop, Scorpio, once you get lit, child, I'll say the queen. Okay, your cards have been cut. I'm about to give you this March proofread. People have been thinking that I'm a Scorpio rising this week. I don't know why people have been saying this, but someone else told me once that they thought I was a Scorpio rising or something like that. But I understand. I get it. There's a reason why they pick up on that energy. There's a reason why. And you know, I feel like I have like this water trine type of energy going on too. It's not an obvious type of thing though, you know. Look at this 6 of Wands right here. So how you are feeling successful. You know, you are not energetically attached to the thing that you thought that you would be attached to. They never thought that you would move on. You never thought that you would move on, but you have moved on. You know what I mean? You have, which is great. Because this is coming from the 5 of Wands, right? No, okay, separate, one of a kind, right? Pulled away from the pack. Cause we're the leaders of the pack. Shout out to RuPaul's, or shout out to Drag Race UK Season 3. Final lip sync song. This is Jupiter and Leo, and let me tell you, this has a lot of like gravitas to it, you know. Is that what it is? Bravada, you know. So this could be somebody could be boasting, somebody could be, you know, putting on, you know, somebody could be putting on a front. Somebody could just be like putting on a performance here. You know what I mean? Their energy might just be too much, right? You might be good too. This is for a lot of different Scorpios out there. So some of you might be feeling very successful within yourself and what you've been able to accomplish, right? You've succeeded at a task, you've accomplished something for yourself, or you have exceeded some expectations, okay? Accomplished a goal, met a goal, some of that. Maybe some of you have been promoted, or maybe some of you have gotten a job that you wanted, or you have gotten like a lifelong dream or something that you've always wanted to do or always wanted to be, or a place that you've always wanted to go, or something like that. That is happening. You see what I mean? And then this 6 is just saying that now you're seeing what is possible. You're no longer attached to that thing that you used to be or you used to want. You know what I mean? Maybe you were limiting yourself in some way, or maybe someone else was limiting you and you were like, I'm better than that, I'm more than that, I can be more than you limited me to, and I'm gonna show you. And this is you in the future, or this is some of you now, and in comparison to your past, this is saying that, you know, your struggle has benefited you some things, you know what I mean? Because this is associated with a struggle, but this is you staying persistent in that struggle. Okay. Bam, at the bottom of the deck. What? You know how when Nikki say this, that Nikki, this, that Uzi, this Hennessy got me woozy. Well, this coffee, it's a doozy. I mean, like, crazy. Well, speaking of this Hennessy got me woozy, we got the King of Cups right here, which, you know, this is okay, this is somebody that you can trust, you know what I mean? You know who you can trust, right? You know who you can trust. This is you, actually. This is your energy, okay? And this is you being very much aware of what your emotional needs are, and being very aware of how to keep yourself in check emotionally, using logic and using reason, okay? Being your own best friend. You know what I mean? Being the person that can intuitively pick up on the advice that you're being fed, given, channeled from the universe, because we're talking about Libra here, so it's very much in the atmosphere, okay? Libra into Scorpio energy. So for some of you, this could be connected to something that's happening for you that's going to be in mid-October to late October, Scorpio, right? So you're going to be feeling really great around that time. Ooh, child. So this 6 of Wands is, you know, that is connected to the energy of like June. Okay, so that's Cancer season. That trines with your energy. That is you feeling great around that time. So you're going to be working on something around their Cancer season. Okay, wait a minute now. Oh, wait. June, is it late June for Cancer, I believe? Going into July? Yeah, late June going into July. So like we're dealing with that late June going into July energy of Cancer. And then we have the King of Cups here, which is associated with that energy of Cancer. And it's going to be around that new moon in Cancer. What's going on here? Okay, wait. The 9 of Wands is crossing the King of Cups. So it is talking about some past disappointments, right? And then we're dealing with the 9 of Wands is like, it's a Sagittarius energy, but it's like moon and Sagittarius. I just spoke about that new moon that was going to be in Cancer, right? We're dealing with Sagittarius energy here. Jupiter, right? Another opportunity. You're getting another chance around that time. So I want you to focus on the energy that you're pulling in, the energy that you are reflecting, that you are emitting. What is your vibration? All of that. Like, make sure that the summer is going to be your time of trying to keep peace within yourself, okay? And not trying to control other people, because you know that other people are on their own journey too, right? Just like the 6 of Wands. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your past position. I mean, you know, with this Nine of Wands, this is like you reflecting on a past experience, right? And I already said that might have hurt you or something like that. But then it's kind of like, you know, moving on. That's what it is. You've moved on, right? What? Nick Jonas? You so much beautiful. Everybody wants to taste that's right. So you need to be realizing that you know. So that's probably what's going to be going on in the summer, honey. Everyone wants to taste that's right. I still get jealous. Okay, so the Hierophant is in your past, right? Like I said, it's kind of like that energy of moving on, right? The energy that you put out there in the world. I just spoke about that, okay? And even though this is in your past position, it is connected to the here and the now because it is a 5, and that's, you know, that's Leo energy, 5th house, but then it's also Taurus. My consciousness is in the here and now, right? Right? And then this Hierophant is like the lessons that you have learned, right? It's the roots, okay, that have absorbed the information from the earth, the thing that gave it its stability, its security, its comfort, its sustenance, its substance, right? It's the belief of something more than you have had, okay? And this is that higher vibrational energy of Venus and Taurus, the belief in something more that you've ever had, or the ability to achieve more than you ever thought that you could. We could, that type of thing. So it's thinking bigger with the Hierophant, right? But not letting your past, which is like where you have established yourself and what has established your sense of consciousness about yourself and how you compare to the world and the things and people in it. You know what I mean? So now it's kind of like, oh my God, yes, there's been so much that has changed, you know, the shape of my perception and my brain and all of this stuff. And now I see myself differently than the past has taught me to see myself and the people and all of that. And it's like I see the world differently. Some of you see the world for what it is, you know what I mean? And some of this is like, you know, your opposite energy, because in the past you were willing to ignore certain things because it wasn't staring you right in your face, what you are conscious of. Bam. You know what I mean? With this Hierophant, with this Taurus energy, grazing, head down, and the, you know, just, you know, doing what you do. But then once you come up for air, you know, and once you start to see things for yourself, you can, now you're absorbing, I don't know, more from the earth, right? I guess that's what we're saying, because we gave that analogy with, or was it a metaphor? I don't know, y'all. Of the tree with the roots that's absorbing, you know, nutrients from the earth. It's in a fixed position. And also, what are you as the tree putting back out there into the world? Okay? Into the atmosphere. You know? Changing the shape of the world that you live in. That's a great power to have in the here and the now. Change the way that you navigate your world, the world, our world, Scorpio. Okay. Knight of Wands, definitely talking about navigation. It's fire on fire. It's the Knight of Wands. It's also 1/3 Scorpio, so this is you making changes, darling, adapting. You know, doing what's best for you and everything, right? And I was talking about the atmosphere, right? We're putting out fires. Okay. This is following your passions, okay? This is doing what you have to do. You know what I mean? This is coming to the rescue, right? This is also maybe like somebody put on a performance, like I said before, right? Somebody could have been too much. Surrender. The Knight of Wands is definitely about surrendering. you know? Surrender to yourself, you know? Doing what's best for you, what's key to your survival, you know? And this is talking about, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, you know? But we're all still in survival mode, but we're trying to get out of survival mode and go into thriving mode. Lord, we need a revival. Wait, it says, Lord, send a revival. Is that what it is? And let it begin in me. Well, now, we need a revival. Wait, I'm sorry, you guys. But reviving your spirit. And let it begin in me. Okay, you got the Seven of Wands here in your moon position. The Seven of Wands is talking about moving forward. You know, this is kind of like being on the opposing end of other people's judgments, being on the opposing end of other people's, you know, beliefs, maybe even. You know, this is not changing for other people, you know? This is what this is connected to, not changing for other people. And this is holding firm, standing your ground, very much like the Tower would, okay? This is not breaking to the pressure that other people might put on you, you know, and this is also maybe a very, very much a card of the self. So it could be about the pressure that you put on yourself and not actually what other people are doing to you. You know what I mean? Because all of these wands could definitely be something that is a part of your, I don't know, insecurity. Just because all of the sevens are connected to insecurity, associated with insecurity, you know, by way of the Chariot. And then it's also by way of the Tower to some degree, right? Find balance within yourself. Make it not be about other people, right? Figure it out for yourself. Don't figure it out for other people so that you can point the finger like you feel like people are pointing the finger at you. It's not about them. Make it not about them. See, people ask me why, or people think that I have a little bit of Scorpio in my my chart. Well, you know what, honey? I can be like that. And Aries at the same time. You know? So you got to learn how to let it go. So you can be free, like the Six of Wands. Honey, let it go so you can be free. Like get out of your head. Here we have the Four of Wands here, right? This is feeling renewed, okay? This is feeling like, you know, you want to be renewed, replenished, refreshed. Just like this person would if they were diving in, you know? I'm like, well, is that? No, it's not too much. Okay, so there's a little bit of water here. This is like, oh, you know, is this shock value? Sometimes this is a matrimonial card. It's a card of, you know, weddings or parties, celebrations, you know. So doing things that make you feel good is a really good card, right? This one, Four of Wands. Doing things that bring you pleasure, right? There was a time when you stopped doing that. Maybe you felt guilty about doing things that brought you pleasure because of how people would perceive it. Because, you know, maybe the level of the way that you do that. How do you express seeking pleasure in life? You know, people express that very differently. None of these people are choosing to dive. This person is being inspired, right? They're coming out. Are they coming out? Are they coming out or going in, child? I don't know, but people are like, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do it? Oh my God, you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? But it's really about you doing you, being you. I am, right? To be or not to be, you know? Don't hold yourself back, you know? This is talking about pushing yourself, okay? If some of you are athletes, push yourself, but not if you have an injury, with this Nine of Wands being here over the King of Cups talking about healing. So let yourself heal from whatever it is that you're doing before you put yourself back out there. You know what I mean? Because the Seven of Wands is talking about it as well. Four of Pentacles. So 4 and 4, we got Emperor energy. We got, you know, yeah. So you're establishing foundation, you know. This is creation. This is consumption, you know. So this is talking about controlling the appetite, you know, controlling your consumption of your resources, saving your energy, not showboating, not being, you know, too much, right? Keep some things to yourself. Keep your finances to yourself. Keep your wins to yourself. Keep your plans to yourself. You know, this is about economics, finances, you know, being economical with your time, right? And this is also, you know, healthy activities, keeping yourself busy, right? Even when you're resting, just, you know, feel like you're doing something, like you're being productive in some kind of way, right? This is also like some of you, this is like, this card is in the Mars position and it's Sun in Capricorn. So some of you are giving 0 Fs, which is good. It's good for you, right? You could be coming off a little bit cold, you know? But this is so that you can get things done, right? Very much focused on work. Very productive, right? Some of you could be, you know, working hard so that you can save, or working hard so you can purchase a house, or working hard so that you can achieve something that would be sort of like a landmark moment in your life. Some of you have gotten your dream job. Some of you have been able to establish your company, your brand. Some of you have gotten, you know, a very fierce maybe bid or something. Some of you are like, some of you are able, you know, able to do some renovations or something like that. Or maybe some of you have finished your renovations, or maybe you're looking for a place that's already renovated. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to do that work. You know, that's what this 4 of Wands is always also telling me. Ace of Swords, right. You want things to be fresh. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is connected to, you know, your mindset, okay? Staying optimistic about what you think your potential is, or what you think is possible. You know, give your opinion. That's what the Ace of Wands is saying. Give your opinion. You know, verbalize some things. Speak your mind with the Ace of Swords in your relationships, if you're in a relationship. If some of you someone has gotten your attention perhaps, or something someone said in passing to someone else has gotten your attention, or you've caught wind of something that someone said and you might like it. So it's like, are you going to say something, or are you going to speak on this, or are you going to ask this person out, or are you going to, you know, ask this person if they want to do something? You know, the Ace of Swords for me is you also having mental clarity, right? Clearing out anything that doesn't belong. You know, the smog, right? What is the air quality like in your head? You know what I mean? Okay. And not being gaslit with the Ace of Swords. Not happening. Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the thing that you are dealing with here is balancing out your material resources, okay? That's what we're dealing with. It's challenging. You know, only do what you can. Only spend what you can. You know what I mean? Don't overborrow. You know? Two of Pentacles is also kind of like almost doing the impossible, right? Doing the impossible. Because it's Jupiter, which is talking about belief, hope, optimism, and faith. So this is talking about having faith that you can materialize something that it seems like is a long shot. That could be you working on your body. That could be you saving money. That could be you trying to accomplish a goal, getting started on that, you know? And it's like you're trying to generate more income, probably. This is juggling, catch and release. You know, so it could be like connected to something that you might be holding on to. Are you holding a grudge? This Two of Pentacles is, it's Jupiter being in its second house. But if we count from Pisces, it's Jupiter being in its ninth house. So it could be like saving up for a trip, maybe? Or saving up to go somewhere? Or you're getting yourself sort of like, I don't know, you're prepping yourself for something. You could be training, some of you, right? Some of you might be intimidated by working out or going to these classes, signing up, getting this membership, but you better do it. It's saying, have no fear, the Two of Pentacles. Accept what you are capable of, right? You've got some strengths and weaknesses. Focus on your strengths. Improve the weaknesses. You know, stay flexible, but stay strong. You know, there's a sense of balance there with flexibility and strength. I talk about it in my Pilates classes all the time, and it's about opposition, because opposition also creates strength. Knight of Swords, all right. So this is breaking free of those limitations that you've placed on yourself with the Two of Pentacles, because it's like doing the impossible. And now that you've done the impossible, now you feel inspired with this Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords is coming from the energy of Taurus, which is the second house, and it is Earth. So it's very much connected to this Two of Pentacles. You only thought that you could go so far, but actually you pushed yourself and you've gone beyond the expectations that you had for yourself. You know, you had limited goals, but now it's kind of like, oh, I actually could go further, take this further. It could parlay into something else. I could branch out in new ways. So this is about you branching out in new ways from whatever, right? Four of Swords, right? So that's beautiful. We're going from the Two of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords, which is Taurus going into Gemini. Gemini is open-minded, okay? And then we're going into the Four of Swords, which is a card of rest and recover, but it's also saving your energy, conserving your energy for you, nurturing your mind, you know, reading, learning about new topics, things that interest you, and not just focusing on the interests of others. Right? Because when you're around other people, you've got your guard up, you got your mask on, because people expect you to be who they want you to be for them. Right? And then when you're not that, whoa, my God, I got comfortable. That's what they think. They're like, I got comfortable. Well, that's what they feel. Because sometimes people don't think what they are, realizing for themselves. They're feeling it. So this is the Four of Wands being like, I don't want to think, I don't want to feel, I don't want to have to pay attention to what you are saying. You just want me to listen, and I am tired. Make time for you, save time for you, spend time with you. Airing out, venting. This could even be you venting. Definitely venting, for sure. So vent, however you do it. There's a sense of expression that I'm getting from this card. The mood is like, I want to express myself, not for other people, but for myself. Lay your head on my shoulder. Or is it lay your head on my pillow? I don't know, get more sleep, get more rest, meditate, do things that calm your mind, do nothing, right? So this card is very Libra. It's like, what? I'm not doing anything, honey. I'm not gonna fight either. Don't fight. Let him fight the air. Take that from an air sign. Scorpio, I hope that you got a message from this. I hope that you got some messages. I hope that you got the gist of this. And I know I'm a little, but overall, you are releasing things from the past that had you bound to this identity that you used to embody, Now you are living life for you. And that means a lot of things. Like, share, and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. If you get the message, you get the message, right? I mean, I'm not one to say that a lot, but I guess I should say it. I mean, like, why do you have to tell people that if they're watching?